Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at noon.
We start with a breaking news alert. Officials in North Dakota have confirmed the state's first death related to COVID-19. The patient was a man in his 90s from Cass County who had pre-existing health conditions. His case was community spread, meaning that the source of the infection is unknown. Updated numbers from the North Dakota Department of Health show 7 new positive cases of COVID-19 in the state, including 2 from Cass County. A man and woman, both in their 60s from Cass County, have tested positive for the virus. Both cases are under investigation, so it is unknown if they caught the illness from travel or community spread. The total number of confirmed cases in the state is 65. Over 2,400 people have tested for the illness. Updated testing numbers will be released this afternoon, so stay tuned here on Valley News Live or on the VNL app. In Minnesota, the number of confirmed cases has jumped once again. 398 people have been infected with COVID-19, causing 4 deaths. In total, the state has tested over 14,000 people. In New For You at noon, a Fargo woman is in jail after a shooting that sent 1 man to the hospital. Hours ago, police said the woman on your screen right now, 40-year-old Ellen Claypen, was arrested on suspicion of attempted murder. The shooting happened last night at the Riverstone apartment complex in the 1500 block of 27th Avenue South. That's a few blocks west of the Boiler. Officials found the man in the hallway who'd been shot. Police say the victim is expected to survive. Claypen has yet to be formally charged, but is being held in the Cass County Jail on an attempted murder charge. Police say no further information on the incident is being released at this time. And let's check in with meteorologist Justin Fanfarelli.
And thank you, Callie, and good afternoon, everybody. Yes, we do have mostly cloudy skies and some fog out there, especially Fargo points off to the south and west. Now, current temperatures around the region, we're still cool up and down the Red River Valley into the mid-30s, but outside the valley's warmer. Low to mid-40s out toward Devil's Lake and Jamestown, some mid-40s on the map into Lakes Country right now, which is not bad for this time of day and this time of year. Now, the wind speeds mainly from a southerly or southwesterly direction at around 10 to 20 miles per hour, keeping us mild even under the clouds and with the fog. It looks like the fog is starting to lift. We had some really dense fog in the last couple of hours from Fargo, points off to the south and off to the west. We have pretty good visibility, 8 to 10 miles, so maybe a couple more hours of this fog and then we will start to see it lift. We got partly cloudy to mostly clear skies in the northern half of our viewing area with more clouds down south. We're going to stay mainly dry going through the day today with temperatures into the mid-40s. And the warm-up does continue as we go through the next 7 days. We'll have the details on that coming up a little later on in the newscast.
All right, thanks, Justin. Looking forward to those higher temperatures. And we are just under 12 hours away from Minnesota's stay-at-home order. It's Governor Tim Walz's version of shelter in place to help cut the transmission of the coronavirus. It starts at midnight tonight and continues through at least April 10th. That's 14 days. And while the governor's order will shut down a large number of offices and buildings, many employees are deemed essential and can still go to work. This is a broad list, but essential jobs in Minnesota include healthcare workers, law enforcement and first responders, emergency shelters, child care facilities, grocery stores, takeout restaurants, and news organizations. Full power, gas, and water services, critical manufacturing such as iron ore mining, transportation and logistics, construction, and some trades such as electricians and plumbers, and financial services. And British Prime Minister Boris Johnson says he has tested positive for coronavirus. Johnson's office said he was tested, showing mild symptoms. It added that Johnson is self-isolating at his London residence and continuing to lead the country's response to COVID-19. In a video message today, Johnson said he had a temperature and persistent cough. Earlier this week, Britain's Prince Charles announced that he had tested positive for the virus. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says a bill to pump trillions of dollars into the economy will pass today with bipartisan support. Natalie Brand has more details on that and the president's plan to get Americans back to work from the White House.
Some House members raced back to Washington for today's debate and expected vote on a $2 trillion bill that will send a lifeline to the U.S. economy.
We gathered this morning in America battling the coronavirus on two fronts, medically and economically. Today's vote is about saving lives and livelihoods.
The plan gives up to $1,200 directly to most working Americans, expands unemployment insurance, and provides hundreds of billions of dollars to businesses both big and small, and delivers immediate financial relief to hospitals. Lawmakers were even taking new precautions on the House floor.
To our doctors and our nurses, I wear these latex
The gentlelady's time has expired. The gentleman from Maryland is
Monday marks the last day of the White House Coronavirus Task Force's 15-day social distancing guidelines. And the president, eager to restart the economy, has said he's looking for ways to get Americans back to work.
We may take large sections of our country that aren't so seriously affected, and we may do it that way, but we've got to start the process pretty soon.
The president sent a letter to all 50 governors saying the White House plans to categorize every county in America as either high, medium, or low risk, and the data will dictate where people will be allowed to work again.
The virus and the local community are going to determine the timeline. It's not going to be us from Washington, D.C.
Some governors are questioning the proposal.
I'm concerned about the desire of the president to ignore potentially the science, but people will die, people will get sick.
Dr. Anthony Fauci called President Trump's timeline to get Americans back to work by Easter more of an aspirational projection to give people hope. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
President Trump says he will sign the stimulus package as soon as it makes it to the White House. In our consumer alert this afternoon, several automobile companies have taken steps to restart factories in North America. Ford, Fiat Chrysler, Honda, and Toyota plants have been closed to protect workers from the coronavirus. Now they're planning to reopen in early or mid-April. The reopening would restore the largest source of cash for automakers that generally book revenue when they ship vehicles to dealerships. And Peeps is pausing production amid the coronavirus. The Just Born Confections Company says the production facilities in Philadelphia are closed through April 7th, but it shouldn't affect your Easter baskets. The company says it already has produced and shipped the Easter supply of its signature marshmallow confections to outlets. Its other candies, including Mike and Ike's, were also shipped prior to the production stoppage. However, they might be in short supply at some retailers. And coming up at noon, with sports season over and graduation canceled, many American seniors feel like they've missed out. We look at how people are trying to make up for it.